I stare at my phone, fingers gripping the edge so tightly that my knuckles are white. The images flash on the screen. One after another, bright smiles, laughter, faces I haven't seen in years. A perfect gathering. Emma's bridal shower. 34 guests. I count them again, though the number isn't changing. 34. 34 people who were all there. All except me. I drag my thumb down, over the pictures, watching as the faces in those photos seem to mock me. Emma, radiant as ever, stands in the middle of the sunlit backyard, a champagne flute raised high. Her laugh is louder than anyone else's in the shot. As always. My stomach tightens. I haven't been invited. Not for the first time. Not for the first time. I'm the one forgotten. A small, bitter laugh escapes my lips as I lean back in my chair, setting the phone down on the kitchen counter. The sharp click of the ceramic mug hitting the tile floor barely registers, but the shards that scatter across the room are sharp, cutting at the silence. The sting is nothing compared to the one I feel deep in my chest, a raw wound I can't ignore anymore. I try to focus on the task in front of me. My design files spread out across the table, but my mind keeps drifting back to the image of Emma, surrounded by family, our family. The family I used to think I was part of, until I realized I was just a backdrop in their perfect little scene. I swipe my finger across the screen again, looking at the same photos for the 100th time, and something snaps inside me. You think you can just erase me from your life? I mutter under my breath, not caring if anyone hears me. I grab my phone again, my fingers trembling as I pull up my mother's contact. It rings 4 times before she picks up. Sarah. Is everything all right? Her voice has that familiar tone of feigned concern, the one she always uses when she's about to dismiss everything I'm feeling. I don't hesitate. There was a bridal shower for Emma yesterday, I say, my voice surprisingly steady. Everyone was there. Why wasn't I invited? There's a long pause, then a heavy sigh on the other end. Oh, that. I can hear her shifting, probably adjusting her glasses or smoothing out her clothes. Well, you know how Marge feels about you always making everything about yourself. Emma deserves her special day. I freeze, the words slicing through me like a razor. What? You think I always make everything about myself? I whisper more to myself than to her. Don't start. Sarah. This is exactly what we wanted to avoid. No drama. No conflict. Emma deserves to be celebrated without it, without waiting for a response. I hang up. The quiet that follows is suffocating, heavy with a million unspoken truths. Emma was never just the golden child. She was their golden girl. And I was always the one left behind, unnoticed. I take a deep breath, standing up straight. No more. I've had enough. It's time to make them see me. Finally. I don't need their approval, but I'm done being their second choice. I'm done. I can feel the tension building in my chest as I walk through the front door of my parents' house. The faint smell of coffee lingers in the air. The quiet hum of the refrigerator, the only sound that fills the space. I hear the clink of silverware from the kitchen, where my mom is busy making breakfast, as if nothing has changed, as if everything is normal. But it isn't. I stand still for a moment, taking it all in, my fingers tightening around my purse strap. There's something about this place that always makes me feel small, like a shadow in the corner, unnoticed. Sarah, you're here early. My mom calls out without turning around, her back still to me as she arranges toast on a plate. I was just about to make tea. You want some? I shake my head, my mouth dry. No thanks. I'm fine. I can't stop myself from glancing at the family photos hanging on the wall. The ones of Emma always the center of attention. Her smiling face front and center in every frame. It makes my blood boil, but I force myself to stay calm. As I stand there, trying to gather my thoughts, my mom finally turns around. That same polite smile on her face. "What's up, sweetheart? Something on your mind?" I look her square in the eye, my voice low but steady. "I know about the bridal shower. Mom, I saw the pictures." Her smile falters, and she glances quickly at the kitchen floor. "Oh, that." She sighs like it's a burden I'm placing on her. "We didn't think you'd want to come. You know, with everything that's been going on." "Everything that's been going on," I repeat, my voice sharper now, the words slipping out before I can stop them. "What does that even mean? You think I didn't want to be there? You think I didn't deserve to be there?" She shifts uncomfortably, her fingers tugging at the hem of her cardigan, avoiding my gaze. "Don't make this into something it's not. Sarah. Emma deserves her special day. She's been through so much. She's been through so much." I repeat, the words like acid in my mouth. "And what about me? Mom, what about everything I've done? Everything I've achieved? Where's my special day?" I can feel my breath quicken, but I don't back down. I've been nothing but supportive. I offered to help with everything, even gave my time and skills for free. She opens her mouth to speak, but the words seem to get stuck, like she knows she can't defend herself anymore. She swallows hard. "Sarah, you always make everything about yourself. You need to understand that sometimes other people need the spotlight." The sting of those words cuts deeper than anything else. I hold my ground, my hands trembling slightly at my sides. "So that's it then. I'm just the afterthought, the one who's always in the way." She doesn't say anything. She just looks at me, her face frozen in that uncomfortable mask, as if she's waiting for me to accept this. But I won't. "Is that how you all see me? As a problem?" I ask, my voice low but trembling with emotion. "Sarah, don't do this," she says. But there's no real conviction in her voice anymore. "We didn't want to hurt you. It's just..." "No." I cut her off, the words coming out sharper, more controlled now. "It's not just anything. You've been doing this to me for years, making me feel like I'm not enough. And now you've crossed the line." I take a step back, my chest rising and falling with each breath. "I don't need any of this. I'm done playing your little games." She doesn't reply. Instead, she just watches me, as if waiting for me to back down. But I don't. I turn and walk toward the door, my mind already racing with plans. The truth has been sitting here, hidden in plain sight, for so long. It's time to expose it, to make them all see what they've done. I don't look back as I leave. I sit at my desk, the soft hum of my laptop filling the silence, but I can't focus. I can't stop thinking about the message I received earlier today, the one that sent everything crashing down again. I reach for my phone, scrolling through the group chat that had been buzzing all morning. It's from Aunt Maggie. The words burn into my screen as I read them for the third time, trying to make sense of them. "Reminder to bring Emma's wedding flowers on Saturday. Good thing we didn't invite Sarah-less drama." My breath catches in my chest, the sting of the words so sharp that for a moment, I can't even breathe. I stare at the message, my fingers trembling as I tap the screenshot button, capturing the damning words before they disappear. My heart pounds in my chest as I send the screenshot to Stephen, my lawyer. I know what I need to do. I wait for Stephen's reply as I pace the room, each step echoing in the silence of my condo. I can feel the anger boiling inside me, rising with every second that passes. The truth is clear now, all the pieces falling into place. This wasn't just about a wedding. This was about everything they'd done to me for years, every slight, every moment I was pushed aside. They didn't just forget about me. They planned it. The phone buzzes in my hand, and I glance down at the message from Steven. This is more than enough to take action. We'll make sure they understand what happens when you push someone too far. His words are a promise, and for the first time, I feel a surge of power. I'm done being the forgotten one. Done being the one who's always treated like an afterthought. I grab my jacket and head out the door, the city streets blurring around me as I make my way to Aunt Maggie's house. I can't let this go. Not anymore. When I arrive, Maggie answers the door with that familiar, tight smile, the one that never reaches her eyes. Sarah, what a surprise. Come on in, she says, her voice a little too bright, like she's pretending everything is fine. I don't step inside. I stand in the doorway, the cold air from the hallway seeping into my skin as I lock eyes with her. We need to talk, Aunt Maggie. Her smile falters for a split second before she forces it back in place. About what? Darling, everything's fine. Isn't it? She steps aside, motioning for me to enter. But I don't budge. I take a deep breath, holding her gaze. About the wedding, the flowers, and everything else you've been doing behind my back. Her expression shifts, just slightly, but enough for me to see the guilt creeping in. Sarah, please. It's not what you think. You know how stressful things have been with Emma's wedding? No. I cut her off, my voice low but steady. I know exactly what's been going on. You and Mom have been excluding me on purpose, and I'm done pretending I don't see it. I take a step forward, my hands clenched at my sides. You think you can just push me out of everything? I've had enough. Maggie stands frozen, her eyes darting away from mine as if she's searching for an escape. You're overreacting. Emma deserves this. She's worked so hard. I laugh, the sound harsh and bitter. Emma deserves everything. Doesn't she? The wedding, the praise, the spotlight. And I get nothing. Not even an invitation. Her lips tighten, and I can see the tension in her shoulders, the way she's trying to keep her composure. This is not the time, Sarah. You don't understand. I understand perfectly. I snap, stepping closer. I understand that I've been invisible to all of you, that everything I've done doesn't matter. But I'm done being your second choice. I take a deep breath, my chest tight with emotion, but I push it down. I'm not asking for your approval anymore. I'm going to make sure you all understand exactly what you've done to me. Maggie opens her mouth, but the words get stuck. She can't defend herself anymore. Not with the truth hanging between us like a thick, suffocating fog. Here's the deal, Aunt Maggie. I say, my voice cold and clear. You can keep pretending I'm not here, but I'm not going away. And I'm not letting you erase me from this family any longer. Her face pales, and I see it, the fear, the realization that she's not in control anymore. Sarah, please, she whispers. But I don't care. Goodbye, Aunt Maggie, I say, my voice final, and I turn on my heel, leaving her standing there in the doorway. As I walk away, I feel something inside me shift, the anger now replaced by a quiet, determined resolve. I've started this, and I'm not stopping until I've taken everything from them. Everything they thought they could keep from me. I press the phone to my ear, trying to steady my breath as I hear Aunt Maggie's voice crackle through the line. I don't know what you're thinking, but this isn't the way to handle things. Sarah. The words are slow, measured, as if she's trying to wrap them in something soft, but they only hit harder. You don't know everything. You're making it worse. I close my eyes, feeling the weight of those words hang in the air between us. I never expected her to come clean. I never expected an apology. But the way she's trying to justify this, trying to downplay the betrayal, only fuels the fire inside me. You want to talk about making things worse? I snap, my voice colder than I mean it to be. I'm already in the middle of a fire because of all of you. And now you're telling me I'm making it worse. This is how you make it right. I walk over to the counter, my fingers gripping the edge so tight I can feel the wood digging into my palms. You and Mom, you've been doing this for years. You never even noticed. Did you? There's a pause, just long enough for me to hear her shift uncomfortably. Sarah, please, don't do this. Emma is. She's been through so much. You wouldn't understand. I almost laugh at how she's trying to make me feel guilty, trying to make her excuses sound like they have any merit. I don't need to understand. Aunt Maggie. I cut her off, my voice sharp. I don't need to understand why you and Mom decided I was the one who should be erased. I don't need to understand how you could act like none of this matters. The words feel thick, heavy, coming out with every ounce of frustration that's been building inside me for years. But I'm done waiting for you to finally see me. It's too late for that. Her breath hitches, and I can hear her fumbling with something, maybe a mug or a napkin, trying to steady herself. You don't get it. We were trying to protect you. We were trying to keep things from getting worse, from causing more drama. I clench my teeth, anger bubbling up as the images of the wedding, the flowers, the guest list, the perfect setup flash in my mind. Protect me, I repeat, my voice deadly calm. You think keeping me in the shadows is protecting me. You think leaving me out of everything is protecting me. I can feel my pulse pounding in my ears as the anger surges. You've been protecting Emma, not me. Another pause. This time, it stretches between us, thick and suffocating. Finally, Maggie speaks again, her voice quieter, almost pleading. Sarah, please understand. You don't know what it's like, what we've been through. You don't know how much Emma needed this. I feel a strange, cold laugh rise in my throat. Needed this. You're really telling me this is for her. Emma's always had everything. She's had all the attention, all the love. She's never had to fight for anything, Aunt Maggie. And you want me to feel sorry for her. I pause, letting that sink in. And I can almost hear the tension in Maggie's breath as she tries to come up with something, anything, to stop me. You're making it clear now, aren't you? This is about you and her, not about me. I walk toward the window, looking out at the city, trying to calm the storm brewing inside. But it's no use. It's done, I say, my voice quieter now, but still firm. I'm done pretending. I'm done being your afterthought. I can hear Maggie's voice crack, breaking just a little. Sarah, please don't do this. You're making a huge mistake. I turn away from the window, eyes focused on nothing in particular. No. Aunt Maggie? The mistake was made long before I started fighting back. The mistake was thinking I'd stay quiet forever. Before she can respond, I end the call. The silence in the apartment is almost deafening now, the weight of what I've just done settling in. But I'm not sorry. I can feel the anger lifting, replaced by something else, a sense of freedom I haven't felt in years. For the first time, I'm no longer waiting for someone to give me permission to be myself. I don't need their approval. The betrayal that's been simmering beneath the surface for so long is finally out in the open. And there's no going back now. I sit at my desk, staring at the legal documents Stephen sent over. The weight of the decision is heavy in my hands, but I don't hesitate. My fingers glide over the pages, the final pieces of my revenge falling into place. The plan is simple, precise, exactly what I need to force them to face the truth, to make them understand what they've done. I pick up my phone, scrolling through the contacts until I find the one I need. My thumb hovers over the number before I press call, the sound of the dial tone loud in my ear. Sarah, Aunt Maggie's voice crackles through, and I can hear the apprehension in her tone. What is this about? What's going on? I take a deep breath, leaning back in my chair as I let the silence stretch between us. I think you know exactly what this is about, Aunt Maggie, I say, my voice as calm and cold as I can make it. This isn't just about a wedding anymore. This is about years of you and Mom pushing me aside, pretending I don't matter. She stammers, the words tumbling out in a rushed attempt to explain. You don't understand, Sarah. We did what we thought was best. We were just trying to… No. You weren't, I interrupt, my tone sharp now, cutting through the air. You weren't trying to protect me. You were protecting her, just like you always have. And now it's time for you to answer for it. There's a pause, a long, pregnant silence that hangs heavy in the air, before Maggie speaks again, her voice wavering. You don't want to do this, Sarah. You don't know what you're getting into. I know exactly what I'm doing, I say, standing up, walking over to the window, and looking out at the city below. I'm finally taking control. Finally making sure I'm seen. I'm tired of being the afterthought. I'm not going to let you or anyone else hide me anymore. Please, Maggie pleads, her voice softening, as if she's trying to find a way to appeal to the part of me that used to care. Don't ruin everything. It's just a wedding. You're making it worse. I laugh, the sound bitter, sharp. A wedding? You think this is just about a wedding? You've been making everything worse for years. Maggie, I'm done being the invisible one. This isn't just about what happened with Emma. It's about everything. Her breath catches, and I can practically hear her panic rising. Sarah, don't make this public. Don't go down this path. It's too late, I reply, the weight of my words sinking in. The truth is out now. And it's not just about me anymore. It's about holding you and Mom accountable for everything you've done. It's time for everyone to see who you really are. I can hear her scrambling, her voice rising in desperation. Please, Sarah, this isn't the way to fix things. You'll regret this. I shake my head. Not that she can see me, but I can feel the certainty inside me. No, I won't. I'm done waiting. I'm done begging for your approval. This is my life now. With a final, cold breath, I hang up the phone. The silence that follows is almost deafening, but I welcome it. It's the sound of the final act being set in motion. I walk back to my desk, a sense of calm washing over me. I've done it. There's no turning back now. I sit in the dimly lit corner of my apartment, the phone still warm in my hand after the call with Aunt Maggie. The silence feels different now, not heavy with frustration or anger, but filled with something new, something freeing. I lean back in my chair, closing my eyes for a moment as I let the weight of everything that's just happened settle. I know that I've crossed a line now, but it's not the line I've been afraid of crossing for so long. It's the one that will finally take me to where I belong. When the text from Stephen comes through, I open it immediately, my fingers hovering over the screen before I read the message. It's done. Your family will be hearing from us soon. There's no turning back now. I smile, but it's not a smile of victory. It's a smile of release. I've made my move. I've taken the steps that needed to be taken. And now the pieces are falling into place. I pick up my phone again, scrolling through the messages from Kyle. His words come through one by one, simple and supportive. You've got this. No one can stop you now. Just take a breath and look ahead. I lean back in the chair, looking at the ceiling, allowing myself a deep, steadying breath. Kyle is right. This is the moment I've been waiting for. The doorbell rings, and I'm not surprised when I open the door to see my mother standing there. her eyes already filled with an expression I've come to know all too well: guilt. "Sarah," she says quietly, her voice a little softer than usual. "We need to talk." I don't step back to let her in. "About what?" "Mom," I ask, my voice calm. But there's a steel edge to it that wasn't there before. "You want to fix this. It's too late for that." Her face falls slightly, and she tries to meet my gaze. But it's clear she's uncomfortable with the distance between us now. I didn't think it would get this far. I just wanted peace. For everyone. I shake my head slowly, my lips pressing together. Peace. You wanted peace at the cost of my dignity. You wanted peace at the cost of me. I take a step forward. Not moving too quickly, but with purpose. You and Aunt Maggie made sure I stayed in the background while you celebrated her. But I'm not doing this anymore. I don't need your approval. My mother swallows, her throat tight as she looks away for a moment. I thought if I kept quiet, if I just let Emma have her day, things would settle. No. I interrupt, my voice finally breaking through the calm. You thought if you kept quiet, I'd stay quiet too. You thought you could control this. Control me? I pause, letting the words hang in the air. But I'm not staying silent anymore. She doesn't argue, doesn't try to convince me otherwise. She just stands there, her shoulders slumped as if the weight of everything she's done is finally sinking in. I turn away from her, my eyes glancing at the new email from Steven that's popped up on my phone. I'm not going to apologize for standing up for myself. Mom, I'm not going to pretend it didn't hurt. Because it did. But I'm done. And so are you. She opens her mouth to say something. But the words never come. I walk past her, heading toward the door. Goodbye, Mom, I say, my voice steady, firm. I'm done fighting for a place that was never mine to begin with. And with that, I close the door behind me, the finality of it ringing in my ears. The last link in the chain is severed. And for the first time in years, I feel free. Thank you for watching and following my journey through this story. If you've ever felt invisible or pushed aside, know that you're not alone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories of strength and self-discovery. Your support means everything. See you in the next video.